one of the municipalities we worked with. It was putting in a HRIS, a human resource system, and they were actually in process when they came to us. And the problem was that there were a lot of disagreements between the vendor and the client. When they looked, or when we actually kind of took a look at, from a high level perspective, the scope of work was very ambiguous, which tends to cause a lot of confusion. There was no clear roles and responsibilities that were outlined in that statement of work. And frankly, the leadership from both the vendor and the municipality just wasn't that strong. They weren't that involved in the project. So, this actually resulted in, delays in terms of decision making, and of course the progress of the project itself. Communication was kind of blurred at best, and there was a lot of frustration and dissatisfaction with the team members. So again, the municipality called us in. They said, "Hey, can you help us figure out what happened? Where did this thing break down?" So we wanted to bring the parties together and see if we could come to an agreement on a go forward plan, because right now they were stalled and they weren't live yet. So what we ended up doing was we spoke to the both sides, as well as the vendor. In this case, there was a system integrator as well as a software vendor. So we talked to all three of them, and we were basically able to help break down the animosity that had built out, because being a third party, we're be able to be quite frank about where the issues lied. So we developed a plan to get it back on track, and ultimately the system was implemented and put on. Granted, it was over budget and it was late, but the whole point was they didn't have to throw the software out and all the time they'd invested and start over again. So it was a good outcome to a situation that could have been a lot worse.